Hi guys, and welcome to my little garden shed. I don't normally make YouTube videos. I thought it was something I'd like to try, and the reason for doing it is so basically I can enter into a couple of the challenges that are out there on YouTube, woodworking challenges. So that's the reason that I'm doing this first video. I've been woodworking for a while as a hobby, but I'm fairly new to wood turning, and I actually got into the wood turning by accident, by just simply looking through YouTube for something else and come across a video of Mike Waltz, and after watching Mike work I was hooked, and he's been a great source of inspiration, Mike, and a great mentor to me. A lot of you know him, you know he's a fantastic wood turner, but he's also a great guy, and if anyone ever needs any advice and help, if it's in Mike's power, he'll certainly do it. So thanks, Mike. You've been a great help over this last year or so. What I'm going to do is I'm making a segmented bowl. I found a piece of wood. It was 3 foot long. It looks like mahogany. I'm not really sure, but perhaps someone out there will be able to tell me where we can get a better clip of it. This is 9x9, sorry, 8.5 by 8.5 this is now, and I'm going to cut it into a circle and use that as the base piece for a segmented bowl. It's quite a lengthy process. Obviously I'm going to just speed through the process and just show you how I do it. Not necessarily the right way, but it's just the way I do it. So without standing here and talking all night, let's get on with the project. This is the timber that I'm going to use to make up the base and the segments. The piece I've just shown you, which is 1 inch and 7/8 thick. Behind it we've got 2 pieces of beech, 18 inches long, 5 inches wide and 3/4 of an inch thick, and 4 pieces of sapelli. These are 36 inches long, 1.5 inches wide and 5/16 thick. I've already checked them with the metal detector and they're all okay. So now I'll have to prepare them to make up into staves. I'm going to get everything cut to the right width using the table saw, and then to the right length using the chop saw, and pass everything to the planer to get it down to the right thickness. The base piece I've put on the bandsaw and cut it into a circle. Now that all this is done, we can glue everything up into staves.
The sun is fresh on the rise. I met Mama at the door, she'd been walking the floor. She said, son, you got stars in your eyes. Mama, I was walking on the moon last night, and 2 loving arms held me tight. The stars were dancing so bright, I was walking on the moon last night. Mama said to me, you've been walking in your sleep, you can't keep your feet on the ground. It's not what it seems, young love's all in dreams.
Now that we've got all the staves glued up, we can start working on the base blank. We can get the base of it nice and flat. Start to turn it into a rough shape and reduce some of the weight. We can also put a mortise in it so we can turn it round and put it into the jaws of the chuck.
The lights of the town shine yellow and brown. The moon is beginning to rise. I left Mama at the door, said don't worry no more. I saw Daddy about the same stars in your eyes. Mama, I'll be walking on the moon tonight, and two loving arms hold me tight. Mama, I was walking on the moon last night, and two loving.
Now that the mortise is in the bottom of the blank is nice and round and it's cut into a rough shape. We can take it off the lathe, put it into the chuck, pop it back on and clean up the front side. That will be this finish width for the time being, so we can start work again on the staves. We can plane them up, sand them, clean them up and get them ready to be cut into segments.
Two loving arms held me tight. The stars were dancing so bright. I was walking on the moon last night. The lights of the town shine yellow and brown. The moon is beginning to rise. I left Mama at the door.
I'm using 12 segments, so I've set my bevel to 15 degrees and I've put a mark on the first stave at 15 degrees. I've also put a stop block in the chop saw at 2 1/8 inches. So all I do is cut all the staves into segments and then we're finally ready to glue them into rings.
And two loving arms will hold me tight. The stars will be dancing so bright. I'll be walking on the moon tonight. I'll be walking on the moon tonight.
Right, where we're up to now is I've got the first ring is glued on and dried to the base piece. So I need to clean up these, just take the sharp points off and flatten this face so it will accept the next ring like so. Okay, we'll just get this cleaned up inside a little bit, the lumps and bumps off, and to the face up, and just take the lumps and bumps off the outside. I'm going to start off with a Sorby 1/2 inch spindle gouge. So here we go.
When you got your own SOS, no pause or hesitation. I've seen my tired angel take on every situation. There's so much pain inside those eyes of blue. Oh Nancy, I'm so in love with you. Oh Nancy, you're so full of love, and all I want's a part, just a little place all to myself inside that great.
This is the bass piece and the first segmented ring on. I'll see if I can get. So that's now ready.
I've seen my tired angel take on every situation. There's so much pain inside those eyes of blue. Oh Nancy, I'm so in love with you.
Right, the glue has now had time to tack, so we'll put this next ring on. There's my markers there. Just put a bit of weight on. Just making sure that it hasn't moved. And we leave that now till it sets up. Okay, the glue is now dry, and what I've done, I've put it on the lathe and I've knocked all the corners off just to bring it round into, it's only a rough shape, but I just wanted to show you with at this stage the reason I do it this way is so I can check all the joints and make sure everything's okay. I've been pretty lucky with this one. The joints are all pretty good. So as you can see there, if I can, the joints are not too bad. The next step, put it on the lathe and get it into the shape that I want. Just basically finish it off, sand it and polish it. So I'll do that now, and then I'll come back and show you it.
Why do you believe you've got to share in everybody's pain? Oh, heart of gold, you're always crying someone else's tears, trying to protect the world and chase away its fear. Oh Nancy, can't you see that you can put the whole world right
It's not up to you to tuck life's victims into bed each night. I wish that you could somehow learn to take as well as give. You're so busy mending other lives when you got your own to live. You answer every SOS, no pause or hesitation. I've seen my tired angel take on every situation. There's so much pain inside those eyes.
Well guys, that's the project finished, and this is the finished result. Quite a nice little bowl. I've actually made quite a few of these in the past, because I had quite a bit of that beech wood which I got out of a skip. So yeah, it's not a bad little bowl. As you can see, I have made quite a few of them in the past. Quite an easy little project, and it looks okay. On this one, I've done the segments on the chop saw. Normally I would do it on the table saw with the jig. I just felt like a change, really, and there's actually no need to do them with any power tools. The first bowl I made like this, I've done with purely hand tools. I've done it with a tenon saw and a mitre block. So it doesn't matter what tools you've got, you can do it with anything really. Quite a nice project. The other thing is, you see me when I had the base plate on the lathe, taking the centre out, and the reason I do that is my lathe's only a small lathe and I want to reduce the weight all the time, and so that's the reason I do that. Anyway, I'm sorry it took so long, the video. It's only give you an example of the processes that we go through. So until next time, thanks very much.